to my YouTube channel. My name is Shelly Rahim, and I'm here today to show you how to make lactation tea. So this is tea specifically for a breastfeeding mother, although anybody can drink it. It tastes really good. And let me introduce you first to the spices, the Ayurvedic spices we will be using in our lactation tea. We have fennel. Fennel is an Ayurvedic spice that's used to help with digestion, and it also increases milk supply. We have fenugreek seeds. These also are really well known for increasing the mother's milk production. And we have cloves. Cloves are helpful for regulating blood sugar. They're also an anti-inflammatory. We have cinnamon. And cinnamon aids in digestion. It also helps with the mother's circulation, so it's really good for you. We have two kinds of cardamom I'm showing you. We have cardamom pods, which need to be crushed in the mortar and pestle, or you can use powdered cardamom, already crushed and pureed. So the cardamom is really helpful for digestion, and it really gives the tea a really nice flavor. Over here we have ginger, fresh ginger. This is what the ginger looks like before it's peeled. Here I have peeled it and sliced it, ready for the tea. And then in the end we'll put sweetener. I'm showing you two kinds of healthier sweeteners rather than refined white sugar. This is sucanut. It's a very unrefined dehydrated cane juice. And then this is called jaggery. Jaggery or gur, G-U-R. This is an Indian sweetener, and it comes in a bag, something like this. There's many ways you can find it. This is an organic form of the jaggery, and this one's very moist. You can get it dry and hard. I like this moist one. Jaggery actually has a really good flavor, like a molasses, if you like molasses. It also strengthens your appetite. It helps with to strengthen your intestines as well, and it helps it with constipation. It's also a nice, got a little bit of iron, so it can give mom some energy. And it's just overall very grounding. It has a kapha. In Ayurveda, it's a very grounding type of food for the mother. You will also need 2 quarts of water and a pot, a strainer, and a ladle. So let's get started. First thing, you're just going to pour your water into the pot. And then you're simply going to put all of your spices. This is about a tablespoon of fennel, about a tablespoon of fenugreek, about 3 cloves, and about 1 cinnamon stick would work, or half a cinnamon stick. Powdered or cardamom seeds. If you're going to use the cardamom seeds, it's really good to crush them in a mortar and pestle. And what this does is you crush it, is you see there's little black seeds in there. Those little black seeds have a really nice strong cardamom oils that are released. And so I like to crush it until those seeds break up and just toss it in. So if you're going to use dried cardamom, I would use about maybe like 2 teaspoons. If you're going to use this, I would use about the seeds. I would use about I don't know, a tablespoon and a half. I really like the flavor of cardamom, and so do the moms that I give the tea to. It gives it a really, really yummy taste. And then you're going to put in your ginger. So this is about a 2-inch piece of ginger. It's pretty strong ginger flavor, and it can be a little hot. So you might want to start out with maybe 1.5 inches to start and see how you like the ginger flavor. or how your mom enjoys ginger. I'll leave a little bit out. That feels like about the right amount of ginger. So we're gonna save the sugar for the end. We're gonna put this on the stove to boil for about 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes. Our lactation tea has simmered and it's ready now for the sugar of your choice. I'm choosing to use the Jaggery for this one. For this amount of tea, I feel like with my palate and most of the moms like it lightly sweetened. So about that much in here is about right. Maybe just a little bit more extra sweet. And then I'll just stir that until it's nice and dissolved in with the spices. It's okay to get the heat going a little bit more until all the sugar is assimilated. Okay, so now our tea has finished simmering for 20 minutes on the stove. We will then go ahead and strain it. So I'm going to take it off the stove. I'm going to bring it over to my 2-quart jar, and I'm going to put a mesh strainer over the opening, and I'm going to use a ladle. I'm going to strain. Okay, so this is the lactation tea ready to go. It will last the mother about 3 days in the fridge, and it's really nice that it's already ready to go. It's fresh, homemade, and she doesn't have to go make a fresh cup every time. So somebody can prepare this for her. And the way that I like to drink it personally myself, and the way that most moms that I feed this wonderful elixir to, is with actually some milk. So how I like to heat the milk up is I pour about 2/3 of the tea into a mug. It's just how I measure it. With about 1/3 cup, 1/3 of the this with milk. And what the milk does is, if this is a pretty strong concentration, it's a very full-bodied tea. So the milk, it's kind of like drinking a chai tea latte a little bit. The milk just blends and melds all the spices, and just it's very warming and grounding. And in Ayurveda, warm milk is really good for digestion, and it's also really good for the milk production. So if she's not lactose intolerant, high density cow milk, such as whole milk, or even the best thing is raw organic cow milk, and boiled is really good. So we're going to add a little bit of this. If she is lactose intolerant, the fat is coagulated on top, so let me just stir that up a little bit. It's a brand new bottle. When you get the good milk, the fat tends to rise up to the top, even though this is pasteurized. The non-pasteurized milk tends to have all that fat on top. Okay, so that'll all assimilate when we put it into the... So now the way to heat this up is to pour it into a small pot. Okay, and then just bring it to a boil, just to boil. We don't want it to boil over. So we'll just watch it, bring it to a boil. And here is our ready to drink lactation tea. And if you want to get a little extra fancy, and this also has benefits. It's also very, kind of has makes mamas feel like relaxed and sleepy. This is nutmeg. You can take a little grater, you can grate a little nutmeg on top if you want to be extra fancy and make that mom feel really nurtured and loved. And you can just enjoy it. It's really good. I can really taste that Jaggery. It gives it a nice molasses kind of flavor. And the cardamom and the ginger. So warming and so delicious. And the other benefit of this tea is that not only does it taste good and it's warming and it's going to help with the milk production, it's going to help the mom digest her food, help her to heal from birth, but just the smell of all these beautiful spices filling the home is actually very healing for the mother too. So thank you for watching my tutorial on lactation tea. The recipe is below.